My dear ones, I want to tell you about a Saturday morning decision that cost one woman 11 years of compound growth. Her name is Rachel, 41 years old, marketing director, earns $92,000 a year, disciplined with her spending, tracks her budget, knows her numbers. One Saturday morning, Rachel sees a home espresso machine on sale, normally $680, on sale for $420. She does the math in her head. She spends $6 a day at the coffee shop. This machine will pay for itself in less than 3 months. Smart purchase, rational purchase, the kind of purchase that feels like financial wisdom. She buys it. Now meet her colleague Nathan. Same salary, same neighborhood. Nathan also loves coffee. He has a $29 French press he has used every single morning for 7 years. At age 52, Rachel has $47,000 saved. Nathan has $341,000. My dears, Rachel did not lose her wealth to that espresso machine. She lost it to the 10 bills that came with it, the ones she never saw, the ones that never arrived in an envelope, the ones that were deducted silently from her future every single month for 11 years. Today we are going to open every single one of those bills, because I promise you, by the time we are done, you will never make a purchase the same way again. Let us start with the espresso machine itself. Purchase price, $420. Rachel saved $260 off the retail price. She felt clever, and for exactly 1 day, she was right. Then bill number 1 arrived. Coffee beans. A home espresso machine requires a specific grind. Pre-ground supermarket coffee does not work well. Specialty beans, $22 per bag, 2 bags per month. Annual cost, $528. Bill number 2, the grinder. You cannot use a home espresso machine properly without a burr grinder. Entry-level burr grinder, $95. Bill number 3, the milk frother. Her lattes required steamed milk. A handheld frother, $35. Bill number 4, descaling solution. An espresso machine must be descaled every 1 to 3 months. Annual descaling cost, $48. Bill number 5, the maintenance visit. 2 years in, the machine needed a professional service, $110 one time. Bill number 6, replacement parts. A new portafilter gasket and shower screen after 3 years, $40. Bill number 7, implicit rent. The machine occupies 2 square feet of premium kitchen counter space. In her city, kitchen counter space is effectively worth $28 per square foot per year in rental value. Annual implicit rent, $56. Bill number 8, the coffee accessories ecosystem. The proper tamper, the knock box, the scale to weigh the grounds, the cleaning brush. Total accessories over 2 years, $140. Bill number 9, the upgrade. 18 months in, Rachel decided the entry-level machine was not producing the quality she wanted. She sold the original for $180 and bought a $750 model. Net upgrade cost, $570. Bill number 10, opportunity cost. The original $420 invested in an index fund at 8% average annual return over 11 years would be worth $972 today. Total real cost of that espresso machine over 11 years, over $3,400. She thought she was saving money. She was opening 10 subscriptions she never agreed to. We call this the purchase ecosystem. My dear ones, every item you buy is not a product. It is the entrance fee to a system. And that system has ongoing membership dues that nobody tells you about at the register. So why did Rachel not see this coming? She is smart. She is financially aware. She tracks her budget because the brain does not evaluate purchases the way a spreadsheet does. The brain evaluates purchases emotionally, and then builds a rational story afterward. When Rachel saw that espresso machine on sale, her brain did not calculate 11 years of hidden bills. It calculated one thing: identity upgrade. The person who has a home espresso machine is sophisticated, intentional, someone who has graduated from the ordinary coffee shop queue to a curated morning ritual. That feeling is real, and it is worth something. But it is worth approximately 72 hours of genuine satisfaction before it becomes the background noise of a kitchen counter. What the brain does not factor in is what researchers call the endowment cascade. Once you own something, you unconsciously begin acquiring the things that make it work better. You are no longer choosing to buy a grinder. You feel obligated to. The machine already exists. It demands completion. This is the lifestyle multiplier at its most invisible, my dear ones. You did not choose 10 purchases. You chose one. The other 9 were consequences. And consequences do not ask permission. And here is the part that costs the most, my dear ones. Not the money, the mental energy. Every object you own that is underperforming its promise occupies a background process in your brain. Rachel's espresso machine, on the mornings she does not use it, is a small but real reminder that her morning ritual is not as curated as she imagined. That reminder produces a measurable cortisol response. Small, daily, invisible on any given morning, devastating across 11 years. Nathan does not have this problem. Nathan presses coffee for 4 minutes. Nathan does not have this problem. Nathan presses coffee for 4 minutes and his brain moves on. No accessories, no descaling schedule, no upgrade consideration, no background process, just coffee and clarity. And clarity, my dear ones, is worth considerably more than a perfect espresso. Before purchasing anything, spend 10 minutes writing down every item, service, and accessory that this purchase will require or trigger within the next 2 years. Price each one. Add them to the purchase price. Now you are looking at the real cost. If the real cost still makes sense for the value it delivers to your actual daily life, buy it with full information and full intention. If it does not, you have just declined 10 bills with a single decision. Rachel's espresso machine at $420 felt reasonable. Rachel's espresso ecosystem at $3,400 over 11 years would have sent her back to the French press immediately. Before buying any item that is meant to support a daily habit or ritual, you must already be performing that ritual for 90 days without the item. Rachel wanted a curated morning coffee ritual. The question she should have asked is, do I currently have a consistent morning ritual at all? The answer, had she been honest, was no. The machine was not upgrading a ritual. It was supposed to create one. And objects cannot create habits. Only decisions can. For everything you already own, ask not just whether you would replace the item if it broke. Ask whether you would replace the entire ecosystem. The machine and the grinder and the beans and the descaling and the accessories and the counter space and the mental overhead. If the honest answer is no, you are not just done with the item. You are done with the system. Dismantle it entirely. Sell every component. Reclaim the counter space, the cognitive bandwidth, and the capital, and let it compound somewhere that does not send you hidden bills. Nathan is not drinking inferior coffee, my dear ones. He is drinking $29 worth of equipment and 11 years of uninterrupted compound growth. He did not achieve this through discipline or deprivation. He achieved it through a single act of clarity. He decided what his morning actually needed, not what it could theoretically become with the right equipment, what it actually needed. Today, as it is, that is the only financial decision that scales, my dear ones. Not the perfect investment vehicle, not the optimized budget category. the decision to see your life as it actually is and fund that life fully without also funding 10 phantom versions of it that exist only in the moment before you click purchase. Real wealth is not built in the portfolio, my dear ones. It is built in the pause before the purchase, in the 10 minutes you spend mapping an ecosystem before agreeing to join it, in the quiet French press on a Tuesday morning that has no grinder to clean and no descaling reminder and no upgrade consideration and no background process running. Rachel is still a good financial mind, but Rachel is funding 11 years of purchase ecosystems she never fully inhabited. Nathan is funding one life, the one he is actually living. Decide what your life actually needs, my dear ones. Map the ecosystem, decline the hidden bills, and let the difference compound quietly into the only thing that money can truly buy, the freedom to say no. If you've watched this far, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like on my video. See you in the next video.